Good evening. The news summary for this Tuesday, 1st December. Two health workers who have tested positive for COVID-19 are now in the isolation center in Perseverance. Altogether, there are 38 staff who were working with the two staff members at the Berjaya Quarantine Center last week. The Chief Executive Officer of the Healthcare Agency, Dr. Daniel Louange, says the two staff are not presenting any symptoms. Contact tracing of family members is being done.
We are supporting them emotionally. We are supporting them through our staff at the isolation centers. We do understand that it is a big blow for them. Our investigations are based on the contact tracing. We're also investigating whether there is a breach, and if there is a breach, how can we improve on it? And we've sent a team, an infection prevention control team, to investigate if there was a breach. I extended the investigation to their household. We found that one has only one member in the household, and that member has been advised to undergo home quarantine. The other member, staff member, has 6 household members, and 2 of them were very close contact. We categorized them as high-risk contact. They have been put in facility quarantine. The rest are kept as home quarantine.
The National AIDS Council says this year 64 people have tested positive for HIV compared to 109 for the whole of last year. And the lower statistics doesn't mean that these are the only cases. Instead, it is possible that there are many other people in the population who have the disease and do not know it. On this World AIDS Day, there has been a renewed call for people to be more responsible in their sexual behaviors and for people to do their HIV/AIDS test so that they know their status. The call was made this morning during a workshop organized by the National AIDS Council. Dr. Bernard Valentin is the Principal Secretary for Health. The Ministry of Health is doing its utmost to find out how the two frontline staff caught COVID-19 during the weekend. They were working with quarantine patients. Health Minister Peggy Vidot made the statement whilst answering questions in the National Assembly on this matter. She added that the Health Department is trying to identify if there were weaknesses so as to reinforce them. The two cases are being considered as the first community transmission, and she called on everyone to follow the health guidelines on the pandemic. President Weveron Kalawan has visited 2 Coast Guard vessels, Topaz and Etoile, currently undergoing dry dock at the Chantier Naval de l'Océan Indien in Mauritius. He was accompanied by the members of the presidential delegation, the commander of the Seychelles Coast Guard, Colonel Simondine. The presidential delegation was guided by Major David Arisol and Major Hans Radigond. The president also had the opportunity to meet the 36 SPDF Coast Guard crew on board the 2 vessels and was updated on the progress of the maintenance work being conducted on the vessels. President Weveron Kalawan has concluded his 3-day state visit to Mauritius. During the visit, Seychelles and Mauritius have signed 2 memorandum of understandings. One involves security and crime combating between the 2 countries' police forces. The other involves cooperation in the field of cybersecurity. The Court of Appeal has resumed its hearing today, the last session for this year. There are 21 cases to be heard until next Monday, the 7th December. Most of them are civil cases. The Court of Appeal will deliver its judgments on Friday, the 18th of December. The meteorological authority says now that the country is in its rainy season. It expects heavy rains at times, which can cause flash floods in some areas, just like the situation yesterday in the East Mahi region. Meteorological officer Egbert Kapp says, however, this year the rain pattern will be normal and below normal.
The rain fell at a very high intensity, so it flooded these areas, especially around the airport. Our seasonal forecast earlier in the year, it was normal to be low, and so we are still within that range of normal. So it's just the normal rainfall that we usually experience during our rainy season. And it's important to note, although we are in a La Nina condition, it doesn't mean that it will not rain. There are times that it will rain and it will be intense.
That's the end of this news summary. Join me at 8 for the news bulletin in Creole. Until then, have a pleasant evening.